Hey YouTube, OpinionativeReviewer here, bringing you guys a video showing you guys how to install Siri on iOS 5.1.1. Now a lot of you been bugging me about installing Siri on iOS 5.1.1, and since Spire hasn't been updated and it never will be to support iOS 5.1.1, to my knowledge this method that I'm showing you here is the only way to get it at the moment. Now this method is super easy. I already did it on my iPhone 4. Let me just show you guys. What time is it?
It is 12:30 a.m.
And you guys can see it is 12:30 a.m. up there on my iPad, but I'm doing it on my new iPad. This is my new iPad. Let me show you guys. You can see the dictation button here. If I hold down the home button, nothing is going to happen. I don't have Siri installed on it yet, but that's going to change when I'm done. Now this process, as I said, is easy. You're going to have to install a couple of things, and you're going to have to add a repo, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys step by step how to do it. Oh, and this is my iPhone 4. You guys can see it only has one antenna break, where the iPhone 4S has two antenna breaks, one at the bottom and one at the top. Now if you're not jailbroken on iOS 5.1.1, I'm going to have a link in the description to two different jailbreaks, one by Snowbreeze and one by Absent. You guys could check out any of those methods, or they're untethered jailbreaks. Now once you're finished jailbroking your device, you're going to go ahead and go into Cydia, and you're going to have to add a repo. Now in order to add this repo, you have to have VIP access, because they have it on a VIP repo. To get VIP access, you have to pay $5, and don't try to add the repo if you don't have VIP access. If you try to add it, then your Cydia is going to freeze and it's not going to refresh. So don't go ahead and try to add the repo. You have to have VIP access, and as I said, I'm going to have the link in the description where you can pay $5 to get VIP access. I don't own the repo. I'm not affiliated with the guys that own the repo. I'm just telling you how. I'm just showing you guys how to get it. So you're going to go into Cydia, go to your sources, you're going to hit edit, add, and you're going to add this repo, which I'm going to have it in the description. I already have it copied and pasted here, so I'm just going to show you guys the repo right there. It's repo.technetec.com/VIP. That's the repo you're going to go ahead and use to get this. Now you're just going to hit add sources and let it go through its thing. Let's see, they add it or whatever. After Cydia is done, you just hit return to Cydia, and now you hit done, and you're going to go into the repo from here. You don't have to search anything. You just go into the repo from there, and you're going to, if you have an iPhone or an iPod Touch, then you're gonna have to go ahead and add the one at the top which says Spike 3.0 untethered. If you have an iPad, then you're gonna have to go ahead and add Spike 3.0 iPad and this one, but we're gonna have to install them one by one. We're gonna install this one first, and then we're gonna reboot and then install this. So if you have an iPhone or iPod Touch, then you're gonna go ahead and install this one on the top. If you have an iPad, you're going to install this. Since this is my iPad, I'm going to just go ahead and install this. And this does take a while to install, so be patient. It's an extremely large package, and it takes a while to install. So I'm just going to speed this part up, and then I'm going to go ahead and come back when the reboot button comes up. So it's finished installing the first package on my device. That actually took me at least 5 minutes to install. So please be patient and do not let your device fall asleep. Now I'm going to go ahead and reboot my device, and I'm going to come back and jump to when my device is rebooted so we can install the other actual two packages. So now my device has rebooted. It's gonna come up to this screen. It did me the same thing when I was on my iPhone. You just go through that screen. You see like use Siri, you click next, and then you just click start using your iPad. But we're not finished yet, or start using your iPhone, whatever device you're using. We're not finished yet. We're gonna go back into Cydia, and you're going to go back into the same repo that you were just in, the same exact repo. You're going to go back into that repo, and now if you're on the iPhone, you can skip this step. But iPhone and iPod Touch, you can skip this step and just move along. I'm going to probably put an annotation. You could click that and skip this step. But if you're doing the iPad, you have to install these stuff. And I think it's the iPad 1, iPad 2, and iPad 3. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure if it's the iPad 1 for sure, but I know iPad 2 and iPad 3. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to have to install this as well, the GUI. Not too sure how long this one takes because it didn't install on my, I didn't have to install that on my iPhone. So I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead and click install widgets as well. It doesn't matter. I want to install the widgets. So I jump forward again and you guys can see it's finished installing the GUI. So that was the GUI. Now I'm going to go ahead and reboot my device. That one actually took a little bit longer. It took me about 6 to 8 minutes to install that one. So I'm going to reboot and then jump forward. So now that my device has rebooted, we got one more thing to install, right? But this package is optional because this package is actually the proxy server. If you have a proxy server before, you can go ahead and use that proxy server. And when I'm showing you guys, but right now what we're gonna do is search for assistant server installer. You guys can see it right there, assistant server installer. That's what we're going to use. It's for $1 in Cydia. I already got it. I mean, yeah, it's for 99 cents in Cydia. You're just going to go ahead and install this. And as I said, this package is actually optional. You do not have to have this. If you had a Siri proxy server before when you were on iOS 5.0.1, you can go ahead and use that Siri proxy server. If you already purchased one, or if you don't have one, you want to purchase one, I have link in the description to the same guys that had from this repo. The same guys from this repo that I'm installing the thing from. You could get it from those guys as well, but I'm using this because I don't have a proxy server and I don't care to pay for one. So my thing didn't install just now, so I just went ahead and just reinstalled it again. So I'm gonna just wait for this to install and proceed with the steps. So now that this has installed, I gotta go ahead and reboot my device again. So now this should be the last reboot and you shouldn't have to reboot again after this one. So now that my device has rebooted, now I'm gonna go and all the heavy lifting is done. We don't have to install anything else. We're gonna go into the settings app and we're just gonna make sure that Siri is on. So you go into general, we go into Siri, and it should be on because we turned it on earlier. So now that Siri is on, you're gonna go ahead and scroll down and you're going to go into Siri server. So Siri server, you see this number that you see right here. Not sure if you guys can see that. My light is off. You guys can see that proxy or that number that you have right there. You're going to have to just write it down, or you don't even have to write it down because I'm going to show you. I'm going to enter the same exact number right now. So we're going to go and just tap on Spire and we're going to put that same exact thing right in here. So it's http:// and it's 127.0.0.1 colon again, and then we're going to put 4443, and that's it. It should be done now. So let's just go out and test to see if it's working. Wait a minute, let me rotate my iPad. So now that my device, I already rotated my iPad, we're gonna go ahead and test it out. What time is it?
It is 12:57 a.m.
What is 1 plus 1?
2.
So there we go. You guys can see that Siri is fully working on my new iPad 3, and as I said, this is my new iPad. You guys can see the dictation right there, and I also have it working on my iPhone 4. Now remember, you're doing this at your own risk. I'm not responsible for anything that happened to your device, but you guys can see I just installed everything and it worked perfectly. Hope this video was detailed and had enough. If you guys have any questions, just follow me on Twitter and just ask me your questions there. I answer a lot faster there than I do on YouTube and Facebook. And as I said, the last step where you install the last package, Assistant Connect installer, you don't have to install that, but that's just a free $1 Siri proxy server. If you had a Siri proxy server before, you can just go ahead and use that. If not, then you could go ahead and pay 99 cents and actually use that one from inside Cydia, or you can buy one from those guys or wherever. There's a lot of people that sell those, but that's basically it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. With that being said, please rate, comment, subscribe. Have a nice day.